Hello everyone and welcome to FailRace versus the community. We're here, we've got the first race at Mugello Circuit. We're starting on pole in the 2010s A-Class cars. I've taken a Mazda RX-8 and we've got a decent launch off the line. Holding down first place. Downside of starting first, of course, is we can only go backwards, but we should be able to stay out of any incidents. Down into turn one. Bit of a challenge on the outside, but holding the inside line. We're able to stay ahead. Longbow now from third on the grid, sneaks up into second, and will follow us through the opening sector. Alright, starting to create a little gap to the cars in third, dropping a second back now, but Longbow's right on our bumpers. We can see in the rear view mirror as we go through turns 4 and 5. Now to the high speed section of this Mugello circuit. We're starting to get a bit of an understanding of how our car performs and in relation to those around us. You can see in top left, Ewan has got their way up into third place now, but Longbow still putting the pressure on. Doesn't seem to be significantly quicker, but is quick enough to put some pressure on. Certainly doesn't seem like we'll be dropping him this race at all. Might just be a matter of time before he gets past as we come round to the final sector of the lap now. Not feeling any need to really go defensive. Longbow hasn't got a sort of straight line speed on us to make an easy pass. And now through the quick chicane. Little bit of a gap now to Longbow, opens up to 4 tenths. Looks like Ewan behind now, getting past Danger Man into third. Is starting to close that gap. Let's head round the final corner. You can see Ewan in his Alpha in the rearview mirror. Longbow in their Porsche. But we've managed to hold on to the lead for the first lap. But as we come down this long start finish straight, give us an idea of the top speed of the cars behind us. They'll have a little bit of slipstream, which will help them. Longbow has a little look to the inside, isn't quite close enough. We'll give space just in case. And that is going to allow Longbow to snip to the inside. That becomes the outside for turn 2. And through, you can see in the rearview mirror, Longbow slots back into line, but Ewan has definitely caught up. Is now putting pressure on to Longbow. Just 2 tenths separating each of us. It's bumper to bumper effectively. As we head through turns 4 and 5 once again. Difficult to pass at Mugello. There aren't any big braking zones, so you kind of need a car advantage through these corners. Also she mentioned it is raining. It is only a light drizzle, so we're still on the soft tyres, you can see in the bottom right. But it's just meaning we don't have quite as much grip as we would in the dry. Longbow's got a good run through the first couple of high-speed corners, but having a look to the inside, no opportunity there, drops back. That may be a potential chance for Ewan to get by, but doesn't look like he's able to take advantage. And that little sort of mistake there from Longbow, allowing us to build a little bit of a gap. And maybe if Ewan starts to put on some pressure now, we can maybe build a bigger gap. But it doesn't look like Ewan is able to put that pressure on Longbow as he closes back up now. Bouncing over the curbs awkwardly at Mugello. I feel the need to go defensive into the final corner. Longbow closes up, taking a wider line through the final corner. So as we head down the start-finish straight once more, still by bumper to bumper. Hordes now has got up into 4th place and looks like to be closing the gap down, so this could turn into a 4-way battle soon enough. Longbow now seems to have a bit more of a run. They've got to the inside for the first corner. We'll try and hang out around the outside. We don't quite have the grip. Fall back in line, and Ewan is now going to try and get past us as well. They're going to the outside for turn 2. We're going to give them a little squeeze to the outside of the circuit. They hold now the inside for turn 3. But we get better run on the outside, and with that battling, Hordes is now challenging Ewan. They're side by side behind us. You can see Hordes in another RX-8 behind. Has got that move done on Ewan. So now we're going to see how Hordes' RX-8 compares to ours through the high-speed section at the back end of Mugello here. Little bit wide, suffering from a bit of understeer. Hordes has cut underneath us and takes second place really easily. Good acceleration there from his RX-8. And now Ewan is back to putting pressure on us again. Longbow's starting to drive away out in front. But I'm sure Hordes will want to try and change that matter. But as we can see in the proximity arrows, it's not just Ewan that's behind us. We've got other couple of cars that have closed in. But as we head through this long right-hander, just managing to hold Ewan off for now. After per start to the lap, bouncing over the curbs, and it looks like we've got Car Guy now getting into 4th behind us in what looks to be an Evora. Car Guy's trying to get to the inside, looks like they have the grip to do so. But as we come on to start-finish straight, we should have the run with Car Guy being tight. Probably sacrifice best top-line speed to have that grip in their Evora. But this is now becoming a 4-way battle for 3rd, as you can see. Seeing Alex Day in the background of the rear view mirror. You can just see the orange car with the black stripes. But they're fighting. We're just trying to hold them off now, try and make them fight for 4th. But doesn't seem like we quite have enough speed to pull away at all. Car Guy gets a cutback out of turn 3, goes to the outside, and with that grip just brakes later, holds it round the outside and gets the move done. And now we'll have Alex all over our rear bumper, also in another Evora, as we head through the high speed section once more, over halfway through the race now. How similarly Alex's car is built to Car Guy's in front. Looks like he has a little bit more grip than us through these high speed corners, but isn't able to do anything with it. It's just choosing to follow, wait for an opportunity. Does look like Ewan has slightly dropped back, not putting the same pressure on Alex. Alex has got a good run out of that left-hander. We go defensive, hold the inside line. Alex is going to try and push it around the outside. Decides to maybe try for a cutback on the exit. We'll try and hold tight. He's got to our right hand side as we head through the high speed chicane. We have to leave a little bit of space on the apex, which we do. But as we head now to the final corner, we've got the inside Alex on the outside. Alex is gonna once again try and hold it round the outside. Isn't able to carry enough momentum to get the move done, but is still alongside. We'll maybe have a little bit of side draft, but Alex looking to have a bit more top speed than Car Guy, so it's a bit of a drag race down to turn 1. Who's later on the brakes? We're slightly later on the brakes, but we're gonna be the ones going around the outside this time, and ultimately we just don't have the grip. And Ewan is once again gonna try and sneak through round the outside of turn 2 this time. He's got to the inside of turn 3 this time. He's just a little bit further in front, is able to sneak in front to claim P5. We're gonna maybe try and have a look around the outside of turn 4, but ultimately don't have enough grip to do anything. Have to slot in line and consolidate 6th, as Shadow is now putting us under pressure in their Mustang. As we head through the high-speed corners for the 5th time now, just 1.5 laps to go. Everyone in front just pulling away slightly, though on a positive note, we haven't plummeted through the field. We've held our own as much as we can. We led for the opening 2 laps. So it's not a bad performance considering we had nothing to improve upon from the start. And seems like Shadow just not close enough to make a move. but he's waiting for a potential opportunity. So we've got to make sure we don't make any mistakes. We've maybe ran wide a couple of corners so far, so we've got to try and be neat and tidy. Not give any more opportunities. Car sliding around through the chicane, nearly running into the gravel, but just by holding it out, Shadow's got the run then. We're going to hold them to the outside of the final corner. Running deep though. That's going to allow Shadow to try and cut back, get a bit of wheel spin, bit of oversteer as we try and get on the bar through the final corner. That's going to cleanly give Shadow the P6 as we come on to the final lap. Now we have a second back to the next car of Liam in 8th place. You can see Shadow good straight line speed there, is even challenging Ewan into T1. Shadow's gonna go to the outside. Ewan's gone in deep though. Shadow gets the cut back and looks like they'll get the position as well. So great straight line speed there. Then Shadow close up and make that move, helped by Ewan's mistake. But ultimately now for us it's just about trying to consolidate 7th place. We don't know how far back Liam started, what the race has been like so far, so we don't know what their pace is like, though through the opening sector of this lap we've been able to hold that 1 second gap as a bit of dust is kicked up in front of us. Head through now the high speed section. Will Liam's car be any quicker through these high speed corners than it was in the medium speed corners that start the lap off? Liam does seem to be closing in now. Gap's down to half a second. That's a big gain through the high speed corners. But as we come back into medium speed corners now, will we be able to hold the half a second margin? Or will Liam put us under pressure through the final sector now? 4 more corners to go. Starting off with this long right-hander. Liam closes in a little bit more. Is practically on our rear bumper now. So we need a good run through the chicane. We get a bad bounce off the curb. Puts us sideways. Little tap from Liam. But ultimately, poor exit thanks to the bounce off the curb. We try and hold Liam tight to the inside. But ultimately, he's going to put up the inside. He has the grip. We're going to try and hold it around the outside. We don't quite have the grip. But now it becomes the drag race down towards the line. We're going to go to the left-hand side. It's a drag race. Are we going to get in front? It's going to be neck and neck as we come across the line. But it's only going to be P8 come the end. Liam getting that position by 4 thousandths of a second in their Lexus. We ended up finishing 8 seconds off the lead. Not too bad. Hortz gaining 13 positions. Alex gaining 13 as well. Good races from them. But P8 not too bad. This time though, for the second race at Homestead Road Course, we're starting down in P21. So a lot of positions to make up this time. No defending, just all out attack. So as we head down to the first couple of corners, we do also have to be careful to try and stay off carnage. A bit of a gap there into turn 2, but we play it safe. Don't dive down the inside. Little tap into turn 3. As everything concertina is up for the slow speed corners. We go to the outside just to make sure we avoid any instance on the inside, and that allows us to get up into P19. We have a good run on the Chevy down towards turn 6, I believe. That gets us up into 18th. We have a car looking to our inside. They're not quite close enough. We have a car go off, just running deep. That gets us P17 as we now come on to one of the 4 straights that make up this Homestead circuit. We go to the outside of Rusky in their Golf as they head down to one of the other hairpins. Looking to the outside, we've also got Hordes in that RX-8 on our inside. We're going to get a cut back on that light blue car on the outside. So they get per run, but Hordes is also going to get past us. Still, we made up 2 positions there, only to lose 1. Gets us up into 16th now, 5 positions gain. We've got a BAC mono off in the grass. I'll be a position, but Rusky sent it down the inside. We're going to try and send it back down the inside for the chicane. That gives us the outside for the second part. As we come back onto the banking, 1 car got spat out wide, so it gets pushed into the wall as we have a run on Blood Spartan. But looks like Trev has made it 3 wide into T1. They've got both of us. Rusky gets a moment on the grass, manages to save it with that front wheel drive. We run wide on the exit on the grass. Sally's Means we try and challenge Trevor on the outside, but in the end we run in deep. That allows Bloodsburn to get the place back, but they run wide a couple of corners later. That allows us to get past. It looks like there's been an instant ahead. Ruski's spinning. We take avoiding action. That's us up into 14th place now. Defending from Spartan on the outside. We hold them to the outside, and that allows us to get the position back. We had a run on them starting this lap, so I don't think they have the top speed to challenge us again. But now we got past Trevor last, or Trev I should say, last lap. Let's see if we can catch back up to them and get past them again. They're in tight behind the battle, fighting ahead, try and get cut back. It doesn't look like we quite have the straight line speed. As we head down now, we just kind of back out of the move. Trevor respectfully leaves us the space, so we'll try and get down the inside, which we do. It looks like Bloodsburn's trying to follow us through as well for 14th. But as we finish the second lap, we're now up 8 positions so far, but looks like we've got a good group of cars in front of us, potentially gain some more. And starting the third lap, as we have Mikey's out a little bit wide, they'll be P12. For us, another free position. Now behind Sir Speed Slap, looks like it's getting a bit dicey up in front. Bit argy-bargy as we've got Vante on the grass. So maybe we'll be able to get up the inside, get a position here. But they're side-by-side. Sir Speed Slap gets into the back of Bakerman, spins them around. And the other couple of cars have to check up to avoid the instant. That's 3 free places for us, promoting us to P9. That's 12 spaces gained. Trev has followed us through as well. They've gone wide, missed their braking point into the hairpin. They'll put them under pressure as we come on to the back end of the oval. We've got 1.5 gap now to them, so we're going to skip forward a lap. We haven't been able to close in at all. If anything, we've fallen back, but that's a couple of cars wide. Liam's ran wide onto the grass slightly, got back on though. Danger Man though is mowing a lot of them on, has to cut the final chicane with how much lawn mowing they're doing. That's going to drop them down to 8th place. And let's see if we have the speed to try and catch them up. They were in 4th in the first race and dropped back, so we might have a little bit more pace. We jump forward another lap and we have gained about a second in that last lap, so we are a little bit quicker as we head through the first sector now, closing in a lot as we get to this tight section. On the rear bumper now, looks like Danger Man has a little bit more straight line speed than us. We've got the agility and the grip in the corners. It's going to make it a little bit difficult to pass as we close up in the hairpin, give a little tap on the rear. But lift diving, not to gain any advantage. Head through. Danger Man struggling a little bit with that fast right-hander, but hasn't given us any run. Just has that straight line speed to cover us off. We close in on the braking zone once more. We try and take a slightly tighter line through the hairpin. Try and get better exit. We do get a slightly better exit, but that acceleration of the Infinity comes in. And they pull away once more into the high-speed left-hander where they made that mistake just a couple of laps ago. Nice and clean and tidy this time. Through the final chicane, Danger Man taking a tighter line into the chicane. We try and set it up for a better exit. Look how much we close in on the exit. Danger Man going slightly defensive, but we don't have the acceleration to get alongside. Easy flat through turn 1, heavy braking, little sideways from Danger Man. He able is to control the car, runs a little wide. We try and cut back, not able to quite get underneath. We try again, Danger Man leaving this door open. That gives us the outside for this right-hander. We decide to cut back, get a better exit, and we do get that better exit. We pull alongside for now, but Danger Man will start to pull ahead. Are we close enough to make a move though? We think about it, we try and brake it. We're not quite close enough down the gears to try and not hit Danger Man, but he runs a little bit deep himself, and that's going to give us the position there. We weren't quite close enough to make that move, but a little mistake from Danger Man will allow us to get the move. And luckily he didn't turn in there. I was a little bit worried of collecting them. But now with that straight line speed, Danger Man does have the opportunity to try and come back at us. Try and make a move on us. We get good eggs out of that Harpoon, gives us a little bit of a margin. But you can see that Infinity closes a gap down easily. But the fast left-hander comes up, ultimately saving us from being passed. So now we need a good few corners just to try and keep building that gap up again. Try and stay far enough ahead to not get passed on the straights. As we come up to the banking, it's 1 lap to go now. The cars in front have driven away from us, over a 3-second gap to that pack ahead as we head down into turn 2, but that's someone running wide. It's Alex. He's ran wide in his 4. He's trying to cut back onto the track, but has to wait for us to pass before rejoining safely. Though as we know from the first race, Alex a little bit quicker than us. So Alex now half a lap to try and regain a couple of positions he's lost. That has promoted us to P7, 1 place better than where we finished last race, if we can hold on to it though. We've got 2 cars. Maybe Alex can put a little pressure on Danger Man, help us out in this battle. It's Danger Man behind us now. Can't quite see what's going on behind us. We have to try and judge from the proximity arrows. Looks like Danger Man has enough straight line speed to cover Alex off. Try and get good exit. It's not an amazing exit, but hopefully it will be enough. We run this sort of more tighter line just to try and discourage any move. Luckily, once more, Danger Man not close enough as we come through the fast left-hander. Shadow has crossed the line to win this race, but we've still got a couple of more corners to go ourselves. Alex trying to have a look, but ultimately no opportunity through this final corner. We've got a good enough exit to hold on, and it will be P7 for us in the second race. 1 place up from the first race, making advantages of others' mistakes and crashes. But ultimately still a bit over a second off the best lap time, nearly 20 seconds off the lead come the end. But yeah, good race there, and up at 14 positions, so doing 1 better than Horton and Alex in the first race. And now to end off this video, here's the 1 lap test race that we did to start the evening. We started down in 18th there. Got a good start, making up a couple of positions. You can see Rusky was paused there, sorting something out. But as we head into turn 1, just playing it safe, can see car going bravely around the outside. I believe that's car guy. But as we head into turns 2 and 3, very bunched up here, but all very relatively clean, just making sure we're giving people space. Got a couple of cars on our left hand side, but we've pulled out ahead of them. We're going to go defensive into turn 4. That's one car there out onto the gravel. That was Ewan. But as we head now to the high speed section, Shadow out wide with car on their inside. We're maybe going to try and take advantage. Speed Beast has had an issue and is sideways across the track. That'll be 1 position for us. We go to the outside of Bacon Man through the double fast right-hander. We pull ahead and we're able to turn in for the apex of the second of the 3 right-handers. As we head up to the final sector now, up to P8. Shadow's down the inside of Mikey for P6 in front. Will this give us any opportunity to get ahead of the orange BMW? We get bad exit off the inside curb, but we're not under any pressure. We have a look to the inside, maybe if Mikey runs a little bit wide, but they're nice and neat through this right-hander. As we're coming up to the high-speed chicane, slightly wide for the first apex, got sent apex quite a lot. Just misjudge, a bit of understeer, run into the gravel, just like 2 of the cars in front of us, and we get held up a little bit by them as plenty of cars come firing down the right-hand side. As we come through the final corner, it's a bit of pack racing as we come up to the line, bit of NASCAR you could say, as we get a car nearly turned in front of us. But yeah, that was the 1 lap test race, bit of fun carnage. We'll finish P12 in the end, not that this race matters at all, but it was a fun way to start the evening. That, though, is going to be it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.